Hello, all my chickadees! Welcome back to my nest. Today, we're going to be continuing our playthrough of Nightshade, You're the Drug. And we're on part 17. Holy crap. This is a very long playthrough. Holy crap, and we haven't even reached one dead end yet. Holy crap. But if you haven't watched the other parts, I suggest you hop on over and check out the playlist. All 16 other parts are up there and waiting to be watched if you guys want to catch up. Now, we're going to dive on in. I think we were going to a mall or something for some reason. It's been a minute. But here we go. It's so busy right now. Sasha held the plant close and stared up as well, eyeing the tower and the mass of people. Oh yeah, we were gonna take the plant that, the guy, oh my god, I already forgot his name. The little purple guy. I forgot the name. It starts with a P, didn't it? But he left us the plant, and we're gonna go give it to that one lady that had the gym because she would take care of the plant, let the community decide about making the antidote, I think. Flowers decorated almost every inch of the lobby. Vines crawled up along industrial pillars while display banners hung from the poles overhead, all signaling the fundraiser. Yeah, it's really bopping. I guess that means the fundraiser is going well. Looks like it. They sure decked this place out. Either that or there's a massive sale going on and we made a mistake. The two of them laughed as they headed into the atrium. Sasha took a deep breath. The sound of people talking and children running around filled their ears as they entered. Somewhere between the ambience of the crowd, music played from the mounted speakers along the way. Holy shit! Only see crowds like this during the holidays. Yeah, it's a bit uncomfy. Miska scowled as he was forced to squeeze past a group of shoppers just to stay near Sasha. Sasha chuckled and cradled the plant close, securing it in his arms as he entered the crowd. Yo, so do you remember that time my mom brought us here to ice skate? And you completely busted your ass? It was so cold that night. Well, yeah, but you also kept fighting the attendant over not being allowed to skate as fast as you want. Hey, I should be allowed to skate as fast as I want. It's my face I'd bust, not theirs. That's such a weird hill to die on. So, he was just as reckless as a little kid. Got it. No worries. Here, let me get that for you. Sasha stopped in his tracks and glanced around to see where the voice was coming from. Oh, there's Indigo. Sasha lifted onto his tippy toes to get a better look, following Mishka's gaze through the crowd. He spotted Indigo picking up a small jacket that must have fallen off a woman's stroller. Indigo! Sasha lifted an arm to wave at her. Indigo raised her head at the sound of her name being called. Her wide eyes stared, scanning the nearby crowd. When she spotted them, her face lit up.
Sasha!
Mishka, there you are! She waved goodbye to the woman before swerving past a few people as she approached, giving us both a wide smile. I'm so glad you both can make it! Blinking in curiosity a few times, she stared down at the plant in Sasha's hands. What's that? A flower? Why do you have a flower? It's, kind of hard to explain. Where's Natalie? Indigo nodded with enthusiasm and reached for Sasha's less occupied hand. Clasping tight, Indigo turned back towards the crowd, pulling him along behind her. Sasha looked back at Mishka, who was keeping up just fine with Indigo's rushed pace. Sasha lifted a brow and grinned at the sight of Sasha stumbling after Indigo. He squeezed through the crowd after them. Indigo grinned and guided them through the throngs of people. She skillfully maneuvered Sasha and Mishka to a row of tables. Natalie stood behind the table. handing out flyers and clipboards to those willing to sign the petition.
Natalie?
They're here!
Hey,
Hey Nat, how's it going? You guys look swamped. Natalie nodded, picking up another clipboard, circled something, and handed it off to another volunteer.
That's right.
Everyone loves urban gardens. That's something most people can agree on, that we need more of them in the city. So we decorated the place with a bunch of plants and flowers. It's really great, isn't it? Sasha smiled and nodded. It really did brighten the place up. Natalie's heels echoed through the noise of the crowd as she rounded the corner of the table. Setting her hands on her hip, Natalie smirked at both of them. Indigo let go of Sasha's hand and leaned back against the table, smiling. It's been like this all morning. We really need a turnout like this.
so...
Is Ari here?
Hmm?
No. They're back at the gym, redirecting people and ruining all our social media accounts. Yeah, that sounds about right. Marketing is kind of their thing. Seriously, that's probably why so many people heard about the fundraiser today. I'm a little surprised to see you out and about, Mishka. I thought you wanted to stay and rest up some more. Well, I wouldn't have. I would have if someone hadn't been knocking on my door incessantly over a flower. He motioned towards the plant. Natalie concentrated on Mishka, searching his expression for context before shifting her gaze to Sasha. She eyed the pot he held.
Okay.
Pavel! Pavel, that's the boy's name. The purple-haired boy. It came back to me. Alright, so this is what brought you both here? Sasha gave a sheepish smile and lifted his head, rubbing the back of his neck. Natalie's confidence was almost intimidating.
So...
Yeah, it seemed better to tell you about it in person. Can we go somewhere a little quieter? Let's go to the lobby. It's less busy over there.
Come on.
Please, this crowd is killing me. I want Mishka on that. Get away from the crowd. Oh, goodness. You know, I kind of forgot how much talking was in Nightshade. Natalie sighed and tapped her finger on her hip, eyeing the eye of people at the table.
Okay.
All right, but make it quick. We're swamped here, and I don't have a ton of volunteers, unless you two are interested. She smirked and winked at Sasha. You don't want me to manage anything. I second that. Who said anything about managing? I'd have you pass out flyers. What a great use of my talents. Indigo rolled her eyes and laughed. Pushing away the table, she motioned towards the tower lobby. Once the four were out of the commotion of the crowd, Natalie crossed her arms over her chest and nodded.
Okay.
Okay, what's this about, Sasha? Yeah, my curiosity is killing me.
Okay.
Okay. I met up with Pav in the courtyard earlier, and he gave me this. Sasha thrust the plant out in front of him as he spoke. Indigo squinted, then blinked in surprise. This is...
Huh?
That's Nightshade, isn't it? Yep. Natalie's gaze flickered between Sasha and the potted plant. Wait. Yep. It's the last Nightshade flower with the anti-addiction properties Pav engineered. Pav said he took care of the rest. His lab is completely empty.
Huh?
Why would he do that, though? Natalia stared at the flower, her arms easing away from her chest and settling down at her sides. Because he's leaving, isn't he? Sasha hung his head, a gentle sigh leaving him as he nodded.
No.
Oh no, Pav. He said when Vadam's better, they're leaving Sobina. It's Mishka. He trusted Sasha with the plant, which I can only assume means he trusts us with the plant. There was a UBS in the pot too. Probably instructions and research. That was my guess. Strexa is a massive company. It doesn't make sense for them to make all the decision for the city. We should. The people of Sobina. I guess to Pav that was me. And to me, that's us. Sasha offered the pot to Natalie. And by us, I mean you, Natalie. Because Mishka and I don't know what the hell we're doing. But I'll help however I can. Really, I want to do this. I want to be involved. And I'll help too. Natalie blinked in surprise, her eyes fixed on Sasha the entire time.
Well, this is a first.
Natalie took the plant and carefully lifted it so she could better examine it.
In all fairness, I don't think Strexa was off to a bad start. There's a lot of good intention, money, and influence there. Still, their approach was too detached, and good intentions or not, the city is suffering due to a system that Strexa was a part of. But we're not broken, waiting to be fixed. We're real people, living our own stories. And real change starts at the ground level.
Indigo glanced at Natalie's expression and smiled to herself, her hands clasping in front of her.
It's important to remember that every step of the way.
She smiled down at the plant, a glint of softness in her eyes.
And this plant will help us get there.
That said, your help would be appreciated. And if we could get Dima on board, we could do great things here. Sasha's smile grew, his chest swelling with warmth. I think we can really do this. We can... What? Okay, was that a freaking explosion and gunshots? What the freak? Smoke billowed out around them as the sound of the shattered glass rained down onto the tile floor. Without a second to spare, Mishka grabbed Sasha and pulled him to the ground. Get down! Everyone, get down! Natalie reached for Indigo and pulled her down to the concrete behind a small plant partition. With his heart pounding, Sasha spun his head around and kept close to Mishka. What the... Mishka lifted his arm and covered his head, grimacing as gunfire echoed throughout the place. We have to get the people out of here, now! Mishka scowled and gritted his teeth. He leaned around the partition, attempting to see something. Anything. No sign of the assailants anywhere. Fuck! I can't see anything. Sasha gripped Indigo's arms, flinching with every sound. He hunkered down beside her. The two as close as possible. Indigo's breathing became erratic, rapid and uneven. Oh, is she having a panic attack? She cupped her hands over her mouth to try and still her hyperventilation. Sasha felt his own pulse race as fear coursed through his body. Where's the flower? Sasha frantically whipped his head around to see Natalie still cradling it, though some of the soil had spilt out. I got it. Stay down. More glass rained down over the mall floors above them, crashing to the ground. Everyone hurried to cover their necks. We can't just sit here. We have to find better cover or an exit. Natalie, can you see anything at all? Commotion turned to chaos as frantic swarms of people ran for safety. No, I can't. There's too much smoke to see the exit signs. Indigo, take the plant. Natalie shoved the potted plant over to Indigo. She nodded and hugged it close in her shaking hands, tears streaming down her face. There's got to be an emergency exit somewhere, or at least in the back of a store. They all lead to outside, right? We don't know that, and we don't want to get stuck somewhere either. Well, we can't stay here. Yeah, we can't stay here, okay? We gotta go. Two people running for their lives collapsed and hit the ground nearby, unmoving. Panic shot up Sasha's neck, making the hair there stand on end while he stared at the bodies. The high-pitched ringing in his ears drowned out the sound of streams and gunflower.
Sasha!
Gunfire. As if somebody suddenly turned the volume back up, Sasha felt a rush of overwhelming noise wash over him. He gasped and turned his head towards Mishka. Sasha, did you hear me? We have to move. Feeling his heartbeat in his fingertips, Sasha took a breath. Miska peered over the edge of the partition again, noticing a pause in the gunfire. Gunfire. Gunflower. What the heck is a freaking gunflower? Gunfire. He spotted a large kiosk decorated with jewelry and hair accessories. The kiosk, Natalie, is bigger and halfway to the store there. It's the only option we got. He nodded towards Natalie, who signaled for the rest to follow her. Now, make for the kiosk there. Natalie grabbed Indigo's arm, keeping her close. Sasha, now! Sasha felt the pressure of Mishka's hand on his bicep and squeezed his eyes shut while he ran. Don't get shot, please. Once they were all huddled behind the kiosk, Sasha exhaled loudly. His legs felt like jelly, unable to hold him up much longer. Mishka exhaled a sigh of relief and dug into his pocket. Brandishing a knife, he held it out to Sasha. It was small and compact, but it would do the job. Take this, and please be careful.
Miska.
I can't take this. I don't even know how to use it. If you have to, you'll figure it out. Just take it, please. Sasha silently grabbed the handle of the knife and held it close. Pressing his back against their cover, Mishka eased over to the side and peered around it. He spotted a horde of men dressed in full military gear, and not a single police officer in sight. Natalie, we need to call Dima. We need backup. There's no way we can... All right, we'll put out the distress signals. But in the meantime, we have to get all these people out of here. With a nod, Mishka, Natalie, and Indigo reached for their phones. Indigo's hands shook while she pressed the button. 3 distress signals. I'm sure he'll get the point. What's our next move? It's hard to see anything through the smoke, but it looks like most of the civilians ran towards the south side. They must be coming in from behind then. We have to do something, anything, please. Another chorus of screams resonated throughout the shopping center with the return of gunfire. Gunfire. A smoke bomb went off, filling the shopping center with gas. Mishka hunkered down and rubbed at his eyes. Natalie took another look around, swearing under her breath. Sasha glanced at the closest store, trying to find an exit route. 3 people, a mother, father, and child, were huddled together behind a magazine shelf in the bookstore close to the kiosk. Sasha's heart pounded into his chest.
Miska.
Sasha pointed towards a frightened family that had been cornered. There was no foreseeable way for them to escape without running into the line of fire. Indigo turned her head, her eyes growing wide with the sight of the crying child.
No.
We have to help. We'll likely get shot trying to get to them. So what are we supposed to do then? Just sit here? Sasha, his body rigid with apprehension, balled his hands into fists. Wait. Maybe the bookstore has a back room and an emergency exit in the back. We could get the family out and funnel civilians through the back. We can't help anyone if we don't get a secured exit route. What if there's no exit back there?
Good evening, Strexa Tower. I hope you've enjoyed the show so far. You have none other than Strexa itself to thank for that.
Is that Roman?
Strexa promises your protection and buys your loyalty with malls, transportation, infrastructure. All while guaranteeing your obedience by dangling the cure for the addiction they gave you over your heads.
This is bullshit. Where's Dima? Indigo set the plant down on the ground in front of her before reaching for her phone. Her hands shaking, she quickly dialed 911 and pressed the phone to her ear, biting her lip with worry.
And now, they wish to silently pull the rug out from beneath you, taking their promise of a better future with them. All of this chaos is happening because of them. Because of the balance they threaten.
No, I'm pretty sure this is happening because you and your cronies are attacking and blowing up the place, dude.
And Sobena is caught in the crossfire.
Just then, through the smoke and debris, a familiar figure rushed into the chaos.
Isn't that right, Dimitri?
Dima? Oh, Dima's here! A group of Strex's agents followed Dima into the lobby and spread out, taking cover. Shots were fired at the assailants, driving them back. Dima's arm lowered from his head just long enough to spot the four near the kiosk. Dima, get down! Dima ducked as bullets flew and sprinted over, pressing his back to the kiosk. What are we dealing with, Natali? We've got civilians to secure, and there's gunmen at almost every angle. From what we can see, there is no clear exit route. I could cause a distraction or draw them away. Sasha grabbed Miska's arm and shook his head violently. He's like hell, I'm gonna let you become a target, boy. No, you're not doing that.
But it's not too late. The safety of these people still rests in your hands, Dimitri. If you want to protect them, all you have to do is come to the tower's control room. Just you.
Oh, that's a trap. God damn it. You get all these civilians to safety. I'll go talk to Roman. Sasha whipped his head around and stared at Dima, his eyes wide.
No.
No, you don't have to go. Don't play into this fucker's game.
I have to.
We'll find another way.
Oh, and to keep things on schedule.
What? No, no.
Every 10 minutes you make me wait. A civilian will be thrown from the 40th floor.
Oh my god, dude.
No.
Oh my god, what do we do? I'll get Dima to the elevator, then catch up with you guys. More people will die if we don't do this. Well, apparently Dima's about to die. He's right.
No.
We can't just give in to his tactics. We need to focus on evacuation. Let the police do their job. I've tried contacting the police, but it won't connect.
Ugh.
Were they paid off? What the fuck? Sasha grabbed her Mishka, eyes wide. Mishka! As I looked up, a body in free fall plummeted towards the ground. Look away. Oh shit. Oh shit, he really is throwing people off the 40th floor. Dude, this guy is unhinged. Face hidden against Mishka's chest, every muscle in Sasha's body was tense. Mishka had held Sasha close, his heart pounding. Natali cradled Indigo and kept her close. Indigo's eyes were still squeezed shut, her hands pressed firmly over her ears. 10 minutes, Dimitri. Mishka, get me to the elevator. I have to end this. I have to go. Natali clicked her tongue.
Ugh.
I'm gonna find an escape route then. Indigo, grab the plant, keep it safe. We're going to help those people. Indigo nodded quietly, tears smudged on her glasses.
Sasha.
Go with Natali and help her. Sasha shook his head. Sasha, please listen to him. Natali would keep you safe. Promise me you'll stay with her. No, I'm not letting you guys go up there alone. You really think he's going to let you out of his sight? Mishka, you really think we're going to let you out of our frickin' sight? No, you are stuck with us. Through hell or high water, you are stuck with us. Hearing a break in the gunfire, gunfire. Oh my god, I cannot say gunfire today, guys. Gunflower. Somebody draw a gunflower so I know what they look like. Oh my god. Natali burst out from behind the kiosk and headed towards the bookstore. Sprinting up behind a gunman, she roundhouse kicked the assailant's head with her stiletto and watched him drop to the ground. Indigo, let's move. Once the guy was down, Natali picked up the gun and ran, making sure Indigo was in tow and covered. This way! A few hidden civilians took the opportunity to follow Natali. Indigo helped guide them along as they made for the exit. Sasha, go! I said no! I am not leaving you! The jewelry hanging above them shattered as gunfire pelted the kiosk, sending glass and gold flying. A stray bullet grazed Sasha's arm, cutting through the fabric of his shirt. He winced.
Sasha.
Sasha!
fuck? Are you okay? Are you hurt? We don't have time. We have to go now. Knowing that Sasha was right, Mishka darted his head around and spotted an elevator. Its doors were wide open and the way looked clear. We don't have a choice. He's coming with us. I'll protect him. Let's go. God damn it, fine. Yeah, you guys better take care of this little guy. The assault on the kiosk hardly let up, the assailants drawing close with their to their cover with every second. Sasha, keep your head down. Mishka grabbed Sasha's hand tight and sprinted for the elevator. Oh, Ada! Someone slammed into Mishka's side with enough force to knock him to the ground. He clenched his teeth and gripped his side, pain rocketed through him. Mishka looked up to see Ada rushing towards him. Sasha halted in his tracks, his shoes squeaking on the floor as he spun around and watched Mishka hit the ground.
Miska!
Dima, already in the elevator, turned and started for them. No! Dima, go! Dima hesitated, then stepped back in and let the elevator doors close. Mishka took a deep breath and pulled out both knives, flipping them in his palm. Oh, it's about to be a knife fight. Alright, you got my full attention now, Ada. Ada flipped his knives and rushed forward, closing the distance between them with terrifying speed. Mishka threw up his arms to shield himself and staggered back. He grimaced, Ada's vicious blows forcing him backwards, causing him to lose ground. Sasha gasped and ran forward, only to be stopped by the sheer terror of the knife fight in front of him. He squeezed the hilt of the knife in his hand.
Miska.
I have to help. I have to help him somehow. Mishka dodged to the right and ducked, giving him enough room to reel his arms back and thrust the knife towards Ada. Ada twisted out of reach and gripped the knives tighter, his hard stare burning out with resolve. Ada, that's enough. You can choose to stop. You don't have to do this for him. Ada's in love with Roman. Of course he's gonna do it. Mishka yelled as he stepped back and blocked Ada's knife with his own. Ada swung at Mishka once more, their forearms slamming together in a locked hold. Love doesn't look like this! Ada's eyes widened as Mishka's blade came dangerously close to his face. He leaned back just out of reach.
No! You're wrong!
It was Mishka's turn to feel the cold metal graze his cheek. Ada's knife dangerously close to the skin. It's your life! Just one more thing you give up for him! You don't know anything! With a swift strike at Mishka's hand, Ada knocked the knife out of his grip and sent it flying far from the two. Sasha gasped and pain shot through his spine. Ada slammed his elbow into Mishka's injured side and brought his shoulder low, knocking him to the ground.
Damn it!
Mishka! Mishka grimaced and cried out in pain, clenching his teeth together. In spite of having slammed into the floor, he scrambled to his feet instantly. Blood ran from the corner of his mouth and down his chin. He paused, his breath heavy. Mishka glanced over Sasha, then back to Ada. You need to let him go. You are stronger than the hold he has on you. Stop pitying me! Ada yelled, strands of hair falling over his face.
I choose to be at his side. I choose to love him. No one will ever love him the way I do. You're weak. You're nothing compared to me. I'm perfect.
Ada's chest heaved with each word, his wrist trembling while they squeezed both knives. Sasha's heart pounded in his chest and his feet felt heavier than lead. A single fat flower petals twirled down from the sky in front of him. He blinked in confusion and looked up. Barely suspended above them was a giant hanging garden, battered and broken by the earlier explosions and gunfire. Flowers hung onto one another in desperation. Some had tipped out of the garden and had fallen to the ground below. A shredded fundraiser banner draped over the last remaining tattered rope, dangling near the railing above. Sasha only now noticed the array of flower petals scattered at his feet. He stared down at his palm and at the knife he held tight. The knife Miska had given him earlier.
Damn it.
He lifted his gaze and stared at Ada. Oh no. Ada. Dude. Okay. Okay. We can run to Ada, or we can run to the rope. We can run to the rope and cut it so it drops on top of him. But maybe Miska too. Or we can run to Ada, I guess, and try to stab him. But Ada's a freaking trained assassin. He's gonna see us coming a mile away. Oh, goodness. Whew. This episode's tired me out. Dang, so much happened. What do you guys think we should do? Leave your suggestion in the comments below. Should we run to Ada and try to stab him, or should we run to the rope and try to cut down that planter, which might also hit Miska? So, yeah, let me know down below what you think we should do, and I'm gonna leave this episode here, because, whew, that was so much happening. This has been intense, and thank you so much for watching. If you like this, consider leaving a like or comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you can be an official chickadee, part of my group. And I'll see you next time. Bye!